Flipflops and Fights by Andrew McChesney. Everything seemed strange to 6-year-old Danae when he arrived in the United States with his father, mother, and 6 older siblings. Cars filled the streets of their new hometown. Danae hadn't seen many cars in the refugee camp in Thailand where his family had lived after fleeing violence in their native Myanmar. Before, the family had lived in a bamboo home without air conditioning and running water, and Danae had bathed in a river. Now everything was in the house. Danae thanked God for the new home. Danae arrived at public school wearing flip-flops, and the teacher immediately sent him home. The staff member who drove him home told his mother how to find the shoe store, but neither of his parents could drive or speak English, so a relative took him to the store to buy his first pair of shoes. Danae returned to school the next day, but it was a difficult year. Some children treated refugees unkindly, and one of his brothers got into fights. Then a Seventh-day Adventist befriended the family and helped Danae transfer to a church school for 2nd grade. Scholarship fund from a 13th Sabbath offering helped cover his tuition. Danae was happy to be in the church school with kind and friendly classmates. He had heard about God from his Christian parents at home, but now he was reading the Bible for himself at school. He wanted to learn more, and as he grew older, he joined various Bible study groups. His faith came to the test when he was 12. One day, his father collapsed outside the house after working in the garden. No one knew how to call the ambulance, so family members lifted him into a car and rushed him to the hospital. Danny was devastated. That night, he tossed and turned. He prayed like never before. God, please help my father to recover, he said. If he does recover, I will get baptized and devote myself to you. 3 days later, he saw his father in the hospital. The once strong man looked pale and frail. The physician said he had suffered a stroke. Danae continued to pray. Weeks passed, and his father slowly improved. When he came home, Danae made good on his promise to God. He was baptized. His father died of cancer 5 years later, but Danae, 17, is glad that he gave his heart to Jesus. After getting baptized, I began to read the Bible more, pray more, and talk to God more, he said. The more I did these things, the happier I felt. God is always watching, and he is always going to be there for me. I always feel thankful.